It is my great honor as Interim Chancellor to welcome you all to a very special moment, our celebration of you, the incredible young artists that together make up the Fighting Pickles of the class of 2020. The pride that we all feel for you right now is immense and profound. I would be remiss not to acknowledge the extraordinary times in which we find ourselves, and that we all wish we were together in person today, as we have planned for so long. As we announced last month, we are planning that in-person commencement ceremony for late in the fall semester, and we are all really looking forward to that day. It is true that the coronavirus has taken much from us, but it cannot diminish what you have accomplished, the talents and abilities that you have developed, and the unbridled potential that you all have to follow in the footsteps of past pickles and change the industry and the world for the better. Today is still a day that belongs to you and is a moment for reflection and joy. Throughout the year, I've thought much about this very moment, speaking to all of you as you take the final steps on your School of the Arts path, and what I wanted to say to you. I never envisioned I'd be doing it from here in my office, but I thought often about what I want to share with you. While I had lots of ideas about that, there was one that I keep coming back to, and the essence of it is wrapped up in some words I've already shared with you. Words that are not my own but mean very much to me, and I shared them with you at the very beginning of this year in our convocation. Those words speak to why you are different, and why artists are different, and why who we are, what we do, is something our world wouldn't last without. And as I told you before, these words were made famous by two great philosophers from history, Dr. Bob Marley and Dr. Bob Dylan. And those words are, "Some people feel the rain, others just get wet." I love those words. And there's a lot of rain right now. In reality, both types of people end up getting wet. Both might be inconvenienced by it. But only one type feels the rain, experiences it and the beauty inherent in life, and finds a way to relate to it, to learn from it, interpret it, to let themselves be inspired by it. In history, the times that our world has most significantly moved forward have been because of those who can experience it like nobody else, and then inspire everyone else to think differently. You are the next generation of people that feel the rain. You are the artists, the creative minds that will make the difference. You are needed now more than ever. That might be hard for you to comprehend, but trust in yourselves, have patience, and keep moving forward. You are now part of a huge family of Fighting Pickles across the world, our alumni, and they are ready to welcome you with open arms, ready to work with you. This day and all those days that follow are yours. And we will all be here cheering you on and supporting you in any way we can. So many people have come together to produce this celebration today. And I'm excited for you all to see and hear the messages they have created for you. I'm thrilled to begin this celebration by introducing a very special person that is our guest speaker for the class of 2020. He is an alumnus that years ago walked the same steps you have walked, experienced the kinds of challenges and triumphs that you have over the past several years, and went on to achieve some extraordinary things in the arts industry. A graduate of the School of Drama, in 1991 he wrote the novel What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and wrote the screenplay for the acclaimed movie of the same name, which starred Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio in 1993. In 1999, he wrote the screenplay for A Map of the World, starring Sigourney Weaver. And in 2002, he wrote the screenplay for About a Boy, starring Hugh Grant, which would go on to earn him an Academy Award nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay. In the years following, he wrote and directed Pieces of April, starring Katie Holmes, Dan in Real Life, starring Steve Carell, and in 2012, The Odd Life of Timothy Green, starring Jennifer Garner. And most recently, in 2018, he wrote, directed, and produced Ben is Back, about how a son's drug addiction impacts his family's life. The film starred his son Lucas, also a UNCSA drama alumnus, and Academy Award winner Julia Roberts. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you a message from an incredible writer, director, artist, and fellow fighting pickle, Mr. Peter Hedges.
Wait a minute. Is it on? Is it? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Oh! Wow. Sorry. Hold on. Hey, hi. Hi, everybody. Peter Hedges here, School of Drama, class of 1984. What can I tell you? I'm glad to be with you. Are we together? Anyway, yesterday I spent my day trying to record a very inspiring message for you. I wore a suit and every word was carved and I Kubricked myself. I basically attempted hundreds of takes to try to just get it just right, and it didn't go so well. So I decided to spare you that. Really, I was making two suggestions. I had this idea to make two suggestions, and I realized, really, like that's going to help you. So I'm not going to make those. You know, on second thought, actually, suggestion one. It sounds a little cheesy in the dark of day, but last night, this is what I was proposing, and it was just this, that maybe you could find a moment, a spare moment, and sit by yourself and think back to that earlier time when you first fell in love with your particular form of art. That, you know, just try to reconnect with that place, conjure it up. You know, is that moment when you realized you had to dance, or you just had to play that part, or you must make music, or you know, to tell stories with a camera, or build or design or make those costumes. You know, you had to do it, and you knew that you had to do it. My thinking was, and I don't know, but my thinking was that if you could reconnect with that place and protect it, it would help sustain you going forward, particularly during difficult times like these. That was the thought. A little cheesy, but maybe try it. My second idea, suggestion, is actually, I think, rather brilliant and so mind-blowing. I'm gonna, just dive in. And that was that I was just gonna suggest that you do not graduate. I mean, why? Why graduate? Don't. Refuse. I mean, stop paying tuition. Don't, don't stick around campus. But, definitely thank your teachers, your old teachers, then go find new ones, create your own curriculum. But my thought was, stay in school. It would be the ultimate FU to this COVID virus, right? Just stay in school. Commit to a lifetime of learning. The thinking being that, if we're in a learning process, problems, we can kung fu them. We can jujitsu them into possibilities. You can take an obstacle and you can taekwondo it and turn it into an opportunity. Obstacle can become an opportunity. And I thought, building that muscle would maybe be helpful. That was my second suggestion. And then the last thing was a thought I had, and that was that you got this. I thought you are fully equipped. you are uniquely equipped to navigate the untenable, unmanageable, protracted moment of what the hell is going on, and why are you uniquely equipped? And I really believe this. It's because you trained in the arts, and when you train in the arts, you've already shown that you weren't interested in the quick or the easy, because it's not going to be quick or easy, and there's no quick or easy fix for what's happening now. So you've got that, right? That you know how to follow the yearnings of your wild and precious heart. You know how to practice, presumably, right? And you, because of your time in orchestras and dance corps and ensembles and stage and film crews, you've learned how to play well with others, right? You can think out of the box. You've learned to. You can think creatively and dream creatively, and that is gonna be like the major thing, right? To get us through this. That was at least my thought. I said it better yesterday, but I was wearing a suit and it was really pretentious. So I think basically what I just wanted to say to you was that, try to remember why you started down this road of crazy. Stay in school, don't graduate, and you got this. So I'm gonna go back to bed. I wish you all the best. I can't wait to meet you when this is all over. Okay.